In next few minutes, I am going to talk about clustering in machine learning from a different perspective. Okay, I am going to cover all the important points and I am going to give you a fresh view of how to look at clustering. Let's start without any delay. So what is clustering basically? As it is clear from the name, clustering is a technique in machine learning where we group similar items together. What is the meaning of grouping similar items together? So think like you have the data of all the people in the age range of 20 to 30 in India. Okay, and on x-axis you plot income, on y-axis you plot expense. Okay, so some people will be aggressive savers that will come towards the bottom, some people will be aggressive spenders that will come towards the top, and some people will be kind of intermediate that will come somewhere in middle. So there is a clear distinction between the behavior of people. So we can have three clusters in this scenario or three segments in this scenario. Cluster 1 aggressive spenders, cluster 2 aggressive savers, cluster 3 balanced kind of people. How it helps businesses? Suppose you are Ola or you are Flipkart or you are Myntra or MakeMyTrip or these guys, right? What you can do is, if you know the behavior of your customer, you can formulate the proper campaign strategy, you can formulate the proper marketing strategy, you can formulate the proper target audience for your sales and cross-sell, upsell, etc. So many things can be done. In industry, when you talk of clustering, in which scenarios, in which situation, in which occasions clustering can be used? There is no end to it, but I am just going to give you few things so that you can think on these lines when you talk to your clients. First is customer segmentation, obviously the example I gave now. Then if you are dealing with manufacturing industry, right, then you can do segmentation of errors, failures and defaults. Any kinds of errors, failures on default. Suppose take example of your internet provider, right, and suppose all the complaints are written in the text and then you do the clustering of this, then you can easily understand whether it is a hardware problem, software problem, any kind of network problem, any kind of speed problem. That can be different clusters in that. Okay, if you are into climate, tourism, these kind of industries, you can easily segment the most favorable days for tourism, weather conditions, more rainy, less rainy, foggy, or light sun, more sun. So these kind of things work very well in tourism industry. Okay, there are many more examples of where clustering can be used. I just gave you some of the examples. You can comment me what do you think where all you can use clustering. Okay, what are the different use or different ways of doing clustering? At a very high level, clustering are of two types. One is called hard clustering, another is called soft clustering. What happens in hard clustering is basically all your data points will get assigned to only one cluster. So in my previous example of income and expense, I am having three clusters: aggressive savers, aggressive spenders and balance. So all the people will be given only one assignment, either this or this or this. This is hard clustering. There could be a soft clustering also. In soft clustering, all the people will be given three numbers: propensity or probability to fall in cluster 1, cluster 2, cluster 3. So Aman as a customer or as a data point can be 0.5 aggressive saver, 0.3 aggressive investor or spender, and rest probability can be balance. Okay, this is soft clustering. Now the most important thing, guys, which not many people talk about is what are the different methodologies of clustering. I am not talking about different algorithms, I am talking about different methodologies of clustering. Okay, most important to understand here is four ways of clustering. First way is known as centroid based clustering. Okay, what happens in this case? Basically there will be a centroid and clusters will be formed around that centroid. Example of this category, k-means clustering, most famous example. The second category is density based clustering. What happens in this category? It will work based on the density of your data point in the plane. Okay, so wherever more data point is dense, that the probability of a clustering getting formed there is more. So it will look at the density and work on that. Third is basically distance based clustering. So what it will see is, the one example of density based will be DB scan. Okay, third is basically distance based. So in distance based, hierarchical clustering is there. It will just see the distance between the points and say that, okay, these two guys look like to be in one cluster, let's join them together. Distance based, example, hierarchical. Okay, fourth, distribution based, and most interesting. What happens in distribution based? All the data points will be seen and will be tried to fit into a probability distribution. So for example, if I say that I need 3 clusters, what will happen is 3 normal distributions will get initialized, and all the data points will be tried to fit into one of these normal distributions, and then expectation maximization works in the background. I know I am giving a lot of information to you, but what you have to do is you have to simply go to YouTube and search Unfold Data Science Clustering Playlist. At the moment you search, you will find this playlist with 10 videos here. You will find the detailed explanation of k-means clustering. Then you will understand how centroid method works. You will get detailed explanation of DB scan. You will understand how density based works. You will get detailed explanation of hierarchical. You will understand how distance method works. I have not created a video on distribution based. Please drop me a comment if you want me to create GMM or Gaussian mixture model or distribution based. I'll be more than happy to create that. Okay. You will find in this playlist, you will find everything right from the theory to Python to when to use, when not to use, advantage, disadvantages, and interview questions. Okay. So this was all about this short video, guys. You can drop me a comment if you want me to create videos on GMM or any questions you might have. If you give me a like, that is only motivation for me. Please give me a like if you like this video. See you all in the next video. Wherever you are, stay safe and take care.